Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back once again to the Big O Show. If this is your first time here on the channel, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's continue to get the views and the subscribers up. So I wasn't really planning on doing a video tonight, but I was looking for a topic earlier to do one for tomorrow. And, the more I thought about this, the more I said, you know what, fuck it. I'll do one for tonight. So, the topic of this video is Megan Fox. I won't even say possibly, but let's say set to play Poison Ivy in the DCEU. Now, I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all. I have no interest in seeing Poison Ivy anytime soon. The reason is Poison Ivy never really been an interesting character to me. Like, there's nothing about the character that interested me. There's nothing about the character that made me want to, jump up and go see the character in the theaters, watch her in animated TV shows, or live action. Now, as you know, the last time we got the live action Poison Ivy was back in the 90s movie. I can't remember which Batman it was. I think it was Batman Robin or Batman something. It was one of the 90s movies. Basically, Uma Thurman played the character. This is her right here. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was a kid. I was a big Batman fan. I still am. But I was never a big fan of Poison Ivy. Never cared for Poison Ivy. It's just nothing about Poison Ivy interested me. Still doesn't. But yeah, so basically, Megan Fox's, Megan Fox's assistant posted a picture the other day of her, and it had a tag, I believe it said, Poison Ivy expecting a call soon. That was like the tag that was under her picture. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Why? What has she starred in lately that's been relevant? The last thing I remember her starring in were these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. Other than that, everything else pretty much was just like a low, I wouldn't say low budget, but it was pretty much was it an indie film? Was it a low budget film? Was it an unheard of film? There's nothing that I've seen Megan Fox in recently outside of the TMNT movies that I'm interested in seeing. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a Megan Fox fan. I'm not. The only thing I know her for nowadays is being hooked up with Machine Gun Kelly, and that's it. As far as the TMNT movies, the first one that came out, I think in 2014, was okay. Then they did a sequel in 2016. The shit was trash. There was nothing about it I liked. I didn't like the Shredder because they recast him. Turtles were corny. There was just nothing about that movie that made me interested in it. So I went to go back and watch the 90s movies, which to me, to this day, are still king. But as far as this Poison Ivy, movie, or Poison Ivy, Megan Fox getting set to appear in the DCEU, there's really no traction behind it. There's no feet running under the story because it's just something that her assistant posted, the friends ran with, and from all the stuff that I looked up from the DCEU recently, there's really nothing about Poison Ivy at all. Now there is Margaret Robbie, her as Harley Quinn. She has been lobbying to Warner Brothers to make a Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy movie. I don't care about seeing that. Now, if it's just a movie with her in it, which obviously we've gotten her in two Suicide Squad films, and the Emancipation movie she starred in with the Birds of Prey. Still ain't watched it. But as far as seeing a movie with the both of them in it, I have no interest. Like I said, there hasn't been anything recently that Megan Fox has starred in that has made me want to see her in anything else. I'm sorry, that's just my 2 cents. I'm just not a fan of Poison Ivy at all. Maybe if I read the comics, maybe I'll have a different opinion. But there's just nothing about her character that screams, oh shit, I should be afraid. Even a side character like Clayface, sure. You could take, one of Spider-Man's villains in the MCU, Rhino, sure. Shocker, sure. I'm trying to think of any other side villains that would be in Batman's territory. I can't really think of any because a lot of his characters that he faces are big name characters. Ra's al Ghul, who's kind of been an acquaintance here and there. Victor Freeze, of course, the Joker. I'm trying to think of anybody else that could possibly be a villain that I'd be like, oh shit. But I can't think of anybody right now that comes to mind. But as far as Poison Ivy goes, Oh, Two-Face. Maybe. I would take Two-Face over Poison Ivy, but still, not interested in Poison Ivy at all. None. I'm sorry, Megan Fox. I don't have an interest. I mean, you're okay, but I just don't have an interest in seeing you play Poison Ivy. I really don't have an interest in you being in the DCEU or the MCU at all. It's just, this is my issue with the DCEU, is they don't have a fucking plan. I mean, I wouldn't say, you know what? I shouldn't even say the DCEU. This is the problem with Warner Brothers. But I'm not turning this into the Warner Brothers bash video. This is about Megan Fox and, you know, this story that came out. Question mark, is she set to play, or she's set to play Poison Ivy? There's no leg under this story. There's nothing coming out, major stories, except for this one little story that said that she is possibly going to be playing Poison Ivy in the future DCEU films. And I, for one, am not interested. Don't care to see it. I mean, shit, bring in Victor fucking Freaks. Bring in a better, bring in a good Two-Face. Bring in Clayface. Bring in anybody. I mean, Ra's al Ghul, anybody. Victor Freaks, I really love to see. Bring in anybody but that character. I'm sorry, I just forgot her name that fucking fast. Poison Ivy. Anybody but Poison fucking Ivy. I don't have no interest in seeing Poison Ivy. I'm not sorry. She's not a very interesting character. Maybe when she paired up with somebody else, maybe. But for the most part, her character just doesn't do anything for me. Even in the 90s Batman cartoon, was never interested. But who knows if that's going to happen anytime soon. Like I said, the last we saw of Poison Ivy in live action was Uma Thurman. Now, there's one thing I forgot to mention also in the article is that Warner Brothers is coming out with some animated projects, and I'm not sure what they are, that, there could be a Poison Ivy in that. So that could be Megan Fox maybe doing an animated version, voicing the character. Who knows? Maybe she'll start there. Maybe, they'll let her appear in the movie. But like I said, other than Margot Robbie wanting to see this character, and maybe some of Megan Fox's fans want to see this character, I have zero interest. None. Well, anyway, I just want to go ahead and give my quick thoughts on that topic. Let me know what you all think in the comment section below. Are you interested in seeing Megan Fox play Poison Ivy or not? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm Big O, and this is the Big O Show. Peace. I'm out.